Hello, today I'm going to show you shipping a sales order inside of AccountMate. This is 8.2 for SQL. We work with all versions of AccountMate, both LAN and SQL, all products they've produced in the last 15 years. So if you see here on the screen, I've got a sales order ready to ship. I called up an order, and if I click on the line items tab here, we've got some items on the sales order, and I'll just click on ship all. And if you noticed over here, we have a ship via code of UPS GRNC. Now that stands for ground commercial. UPS, and we have different services for each carrier, and their service codes that automate the shipping. So down here we added a little button to run Freight Plus inside of AccountMate. You just click on the button and Freight Plus will pop up inside of AccountMate. And to do a transaction, I'll just leave it at one box for right now. And put in a reference number. Looks like I've already shipped that one once. And we'll put in a weight. The weight can be read from either a scale, manually typed in, or calculated based on your inventory weight. When you press enter on the weight, you can select your different box dimensions. So just select what box size you're going to ship on and press enter. Freight Plus will calculate the shipping rate. You can see right here it says 2311. Your order amount's automatically brought over from VAM. I told the system to add a handling charge. You can see it's adding 10% on top of the shipping. Now that could have been a flat rate or a percentage or some special calculation you have. Then we have a package total right here at the bottom. Tracking number is already assigned. We'll just press enter twice, save it. It'll send out an email to your client showing the contents of that have been shipped. I'll view the laser form to the screen. So here's a laser version. We support laser printers, thermal printers, Zebra, Eltron printers. So basically you can print just about any printer. So you print your shipping tag, returns it back to VAM with your shipping amount, and if you look over here on the information tab, you'll see you have your invoice. On your invoice remarks, you'll have your tracking number for the shipment. So that's a pretty simple way to ship inside of VAM. I'll select a different carrier here. We'll do a FedEx transaction, and here's one of our codes for FedEx. This is a FedEx ground commercial, and if you click on the Freight Plus icon, you notice now we're shipping FedEx. Again, we'll just do a single box shipment, keep it simple, and put in 32 pounds, select your box size. Drops in the order amount here. You can see the shipping and any additional handling, and then over here T-ship is total shipping, which would be your base shipping rate plus your handling. Save the transaction, send out an email to the client. Again, I'll view the tag to the screen so you can see what we do. Here's a FedEx tag, and then it returns to VAM with the shipping amount, again updating the tracking number. So now we have a UPS and a FedEx shipment there. Same is true for postal, or let's rate shop. This is best way. This is rate shopping all the carriers. Click on the Freight Plus icon, and the from is your zip code. The to is the client's zip code on the sales order, and we'll put in 20 pounds, and we'll rate shop all the carriers that are installed. Now below each carrier's icon, you'll see there's a rate, and over here on the right hand side, we have our LTL carriers. I have about 20 LTLs installed here, and it rate shops them and displays the lowest three for whatever class of material you're shipping. So if you ship LTL carriers and you have them installed, it'll rate shop them and show you the lowest to highest rates. So whichever carrier you decide to ship with, just click on their icon. I'll click on the postal icon here. So now we're going to go ahead and ship a postal shipment. Enter my weight, select my box size. Again, drops in the shipping amount. The order amount is the same as before since we're using the same order. And then adds in the handling charge. We'll save it, sends out the email to the client, prints a tag, back to VAM. Again, all three tracking numbers right here. So that's shipping from inside VAM. Now I'm going to do another shipment for UPS, and I'm going to do a multi-box shipment. So we'll click on this icon here. Freight Plus comes on, and in this case I want to package out the shipment, which means I'm going to break up the boxes and say what's in each box. So if you click on this icon here, and this can be told to automatically pop up without you having to click on it. So here are the two items that are on the sales order. I'm going to break one in half, So I split that line item. I'm going to split it again, so I'm actually breaking up the contents of because they won't all fit in one box. And then we'll package it out and say what items are in what box. And what Freight Plus will do is when I walk out the door here, it'll sum up the values that are in box 1, box 2, then box 3. So we walk out the door. Notice we have, before I walk out the door, we have the item description, prices, taxes, discounts, everything. And we use this information to complete international documentation as well. Shipper's export declaration, commercial invoice, NAFTA forms, all this information is used for international documents as well. So when I walk out the door, you can see that it's updated right here. It knows it's box 1 of 3. And we'll just put in a weight for the first box, select our box size. We have our shipping amount. Then the 614 is the value of box 1 based on how I packaged it. And then our other charges, and here's our total for that box. When I press enter on the last field here, we'll go to box 2. So we can turn on or off any of the fields in the center of the screen here, and when you press enter on the last one, it'll automatically increment the box counter until you're done with all your boxes, and it automatically goes to the save disk. So box 2 of 3, here's the value of that box based on how we packaged it. Press enter. Do box 3. Select a different box dimension. Shipping charges, the value of box 3. When I press enter through this last field, because it's done 3 of 3, we save it, send our email to our client, print our tags, and returns to VAM. And if I go over to the information tab, you can see another set of tracking numbers. I'll show you what one of those emails would look like. If I've got one open down here, let's see. I don't have one, so what I'll do is I'll open up Freight Plus and we'll look at one of the emails that went out. So here's Freight Plus, a shipping system. Let me resize this. Over here's these are some boxes we've shipped for the day, and if I double click on this icon here, you can see here's an email we just sent out from you, client, how it was shipped, contents of each box, box 1, box 2, box 3, quantities that were shipped and back ordered, and then hot links so they can go to the carrier site and track them. So some of the advantages of shipping with our product is the multi-carrier, rate shopping, international documentation, advanced email to the client, a very efficient system. You can ship from inside of VAM like I have, you see me doing here, or you can ship from Freight Plus outside of VAM, which I showed you the system real quick, and here it is again. You can ship off a sales order from this screen as well. So just by typing in a sales order number, you can ship from Freight Plus and it will update VAM. So in this reference field, I put in the sales order number, I hit the save disk. This is an LTL YRC shipment, and I'll basically put in, let's say, 2,000 pounds. This is class 85 on a pallet, and you see the shipping rate. This is your rate with all your discounts. Put in a pro number, we'll save it, send an email to the client, and I sent a notification to the LTL carrier in this case also. I kind of missed that. Do a shipping tag, do a bill of lading, and updates VAM with the tracking numbers and all the information. So that's integrated in VAM and outside of VAM with our shipping system. And we'll move on to something else now, and thank you for your time on this demo.